One of the biggest problems facing business owners today is growth. And an obvious one, of course, but how to achieve consistent sales growth can be a real challenge. And one of the reasons it's such a big challenge is because so many just get it wrong. And I know that sounds a bit pretentious perhaps and a pretty big call, but that's my view. So why is it that so many get it wrong? Well, I was reading a study published in 2017 by a company called CSO Insights, which is the sales research division of the Miller Heiman Group. And the study found that only 33.1% of organisations had a formal approach to sales account management. That's less than a third, and it's why I think 2/3 of businesses are just getting it wrong. Because if you don't have a focus on account management, you'll have a hole in your bucket. So let me explain. In sales, account management means different things to different people. Sometimes it's called account maintenance, sometimes it's called strategic account management or SAM. Often it's known as key account management. But whatever you like to call it, the principle is very simple. It's a structured process of maintaining relationships and achieving sales growth out of existing customers. So sales growth from existing customers, that's the key. Because if you weight your sales efforts too heavily on new customers, you could actually be ignoring the low-hanging fruit right in front of your nose. So here are the 5 secrets to account management. First up, you have to grade your customers. Because let's face it, not all customers are born equal. So in order to get maximum return on effort, you can't treat them all equal. Now you can grade customers in a number of ways, but my suggestion is to keep it really simple. To sort them into 3 or maybe 4 tiers, A's, B's and C's or whatever works for you, but just grade them on their annualised revenue. And then let's say you've got 500 active customers and a turnover of 5 mil. Normally speaking, the 80-20 rule or Pareto principle will come into play. So the bottom 80% will give you 20% of your revenue, so you're getting about $1 million revenue from 400 customers, and the other 4 mil is coming from your top 20%. So you probably get to a position where you've got, say, 25 A's, 75 B's, and the other 400 are C's. And the numbers can vary, of course, so don't overthink it. But then don't overlook customer potential. So a customer might be a C based on current performance, but their potential is to be an A. So you need to take that into account when you're grading. Then once you've graded your customers, the next step is to set the customer touch points and communication rhythm. And given that we expect different results from the different grades of customers, your account management rhythms will vary between grades. So your A grade customers may get a face-to-face visit once every 3 months and a phone call once a month. And then your B's are face-to-face every 6 months and a phone call every 2. So your C's don't get any FaceTime, but they may get a phone call twice a year. Now this is a pretty simplistic view, of course. There's a bunch of other channels and variables you can build into your account management program. So then next you need to develop your strategies for effective account management. You can't just turn up at someone's door every 3 months to collect an order, or call them every month and ask them how business is in the hope of getting a sale. You need a plan. You need to develop a solid strategy to fill out your contact program. Perhaps you can run monthly themes to give some specific context to your conversation. Maybe it's a monthly product focus or product spotlight, a new release or something like that. Perhaps call a customer when they have a back order to let them know in person. That's another opportunity to cross-sell or to upsell. And then probably the most important strategy of all needs to be around your customer and product matrix. Every blank box is a fresh opportunity. How can you fill them in? The key thing to remember is you need more than just a customer list, you need a strategy. And the fourth element is to allow specific focus areas within your account management program. So account management is like a marathon, except that it never stops. So you might want to throw in the odd sprint here and there to break up the monotony and allow for some urgency and clarity. You can layer some specific area of focus over your plan. Maybe it's some focus on a number of customers whose spend has dropped dramatically. Perhaps a handful of customers who are well short of potential, C-grade customers that should be A's. It could be product focus, where you identify 25 customers that could be buying a particular product and aren't. But whatever it is, you take the current situation as a benchmark, you set a goal and a time frame for your sprint, and you just go for it. So the power of this is allowing for short-term gains in a long-term gain. Then the fifth and final requirement is reporting. Report, report, report. So solid, accurate reporting should drive your account management program, because what gets measured gets managed. And this is where the real secret is, because so many business owners and salespeople just don't know their customers and sales trends well enough. So some of the things you should be reporting on are, say, number of active customers. So that's a customer that has spent money in a given period. You need to know as soon as a customer becomes inactive, and maybe they haven't purchased anything in a 3-month period. You need to know when a customer spend drops, particularly if they are a key account, say an A or a B. But then above all, you should be reporting against your customer product matrix. So what customers are buying and what they aren't. So proper reporting will give you two things: a visibility of the impact of your account management program, and then insights into where to direct your efforts for maximum effect. So that's the guts of account management, why it's important, and how to go about it in 5 pretty simple steps. So if you don't yet have a structured account management plan, you need to make it happen ASAP, because you've got a leaky bucket. And I'll be glad to hear your thoughts on account management and any other topics you'd like to hear about. Until then, we'll see you later.